A 15-second video clip has completely upended the theater world this week. No caption, no context, just a dimly lit stage, a lone spotlight, and someone singing, "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina." The twist: everyone is convinced the woman in the video isn't Rachel Zegler, who was previously announced as the lead in the upcoming Evita production. The internet latched onto the mystery instantly. What looked like a blurry, uneventful rehearsal clip quickly spiraled into theater's biggest whodunit. Social media sleuths went frame by frame, zooming in, analyzing posture, vocal tone, and stage presence. Their collective conclusion? The performer in the spotlight isn't Zegler, but someone else entirely. Someone many believe is far more suited to the role. What makes it all the more bizarre is the radio silence from everyone involved. No statement from Zegler. No clarification from the production team. No press release explaining who's actually in the clip or what happened to the original star. In show business, silence like this usually signals something bigger beneath the surface. According to online speculation, the mystery performer is Camila Delgado, a classically trained Argentine stage actress with a background in opera and musical theater. Unlike Zegler, Delgado isn't a red carpet regular or a social media influencer. She's known primarily for her work in regional Argentinian productions, with some claiming she played Maria in a university performance of West Side Story in 2019, the same role that originally launched Zegler's career. But this isn't just about vocal chops. Fans are raving about Delgado's presence, her gravitas, her command of the stage. One viral comment summed it up: "She doesn't act like Eva. She just is." There's also the question of cultural authenticity. Delgado is actually from Argentina, giving her a personal connection to Eva Perón that many feel Zegler, despite her talent, could never fully embody. As speculation grows, so do the signs that something major has shifted behind the scenes. Rachel Zegler's social media, once filled with rehearsal content and behind-the-scenes peeks, has gone eerily quiet. Her last post? A cryptic black and white photo of an empty stage with the caption, "Sometimes silence is the strongest sound." What once felt like poetic introspection now reads more like a warning. Even more telling, fans have noticed she's scrubbed Evita references from her bio and archived related content from her story highlights. For someone known for her active online presence, this kind of disappearing act is hard to ignore. Industry whispers suggest there may have been growing creative tensions during rehearsals, perhaps disagreements that led to a quiet but dramatic recasting. While nothing has been confirmed, the clues are stacking up, and the theater world is watching. Sources close to the production claim the mounting tension between Zegler and the creative team may have reached a breaking point. Unverified reports suggest a backstage incident involving raised voices, and even thrown props, may have sealed her quiet departure. While none of these accounts have been officially confirmed, they add fuel to an already raging fire. What's certain is that Rachel Zegler's career hasn't been without controversy. During the press tour for Disney's Snow White remake, her comments about the original film, calling it outdated and criticizing the prince character as stalkerish, sparked backlash from longtime Disney fans. That pattern of polarizing public statements may have played a role in the unraveling of her involvement in Evita. Digital breadcrumbs hinting at Zegler's silent exit from the production continue to pile up. Theater fans recently uncovered what appear to be leaked call sheets. Notably, Zegler's name is missing. In her place, the handwritten initials CD in blue ink, presumably Camila Delgado. Further backing that theory, in the background of the now viral clip, someone can be heard off camera saying, "Cammy, go again from the top." First name familiarity like that during rehearsals is usually reserved for principal cast members. Even the costume department seems to reflect the shift. A now deleted Reddit post, allegedly from someone working wardrobe, claimed Zegler's fittings were abruptly cancelled. In their place, new measurements for a shorter actress with a smaller frame. This strongly suggests that Delgado may already be under contract, at least temporarily, possibly for preview performances while producers assess audience response. This wouldn't be the first time Zegler found herself at the center of a subtle PR pullback. During the Snow White controversy, Disney offered little support, no firm public defense, no damage control interviews, and no joint appearances. Instead, they quietly stepped back, a strategy insiders refer to as a soft cut. The parallels with the Evita situation are hard to miss. In both cases, there's no dramatic press release, just a slow, calculated fade into the background. What makes this particular story even more compelling is the sheer enthusiasm surrounding Delgado's rumored takeover. Theater fans, who are famously hard to impress, weren't just accepting of the change. They were ecstatic. Social media lit up with praise, calling Delgado magnetic, commanding, and 10 times better than Rachel. Content creators began comparing Delgado's performance in the clip with older footage of Zegler in rehearsals, pointing out stark contrasts in their styles. While Zegler brought youthful energy and polished technique, Delgado's delivery, fans said, felt raw and lived in. One widely shared comment read, "Zegler performs, Delgado transforms." Zegler's approach, some critics argue, emphasized volume and technical precision. In contrast, Delgado's interpretation is being praised for its restraint and emotional depth. "This is what Eva Perón should sound like, grounded, mature, and emotionally lived in," wrote one UK theater blogger. Importantly, this wave of enthusiasm isn't about tearing Zegler down. Rather, it's an acknowledgement that Delgado's performance may be more in tune with the spirit of the character. The excitement stems from the possibility that this production might now surpass early expectations, not from any sense of schadenfreude. Still, behind the curtain, legal complications may be quietly taking shape. Industry insiders speculate that the mutual silence from both Zegler's camp and the production could indicate ongoing negotiations, possibly even the groundwork for a wrongful termination claim. If Zegler was under a binding contract, her sudden replacement, regardless of rumored behavioral issues, could leave the producers exposed to legal challenges. These situations are rarely straightforward. Were proper protocols followed? Was there a breach of contract? Without clear communication, it's evident that the production is treading carefully, likely consulting legal teams before making any public moves. For rising stars like Zegler, whose career launched rapidly after West Side Story, maintaining professional relationships is critical to long-term success. Industry veterans often say, "Talent gets you through the door, reputation keeps you working." If whispers about difficult behavior hold weight, this episode could cast a long shadow over future casting decisions. At the same time, the production itself faces a delicate dilemma. How do you introduce a new lead without admitting a high-profile switch? How do you promote a show built around a star who's no longer involved? These challenges require a PR strategy that walks a fine line between transparency and legal caution. What makes the rumored Zegler to Delgado transition particularly compelling is what it reveals about the entertainment industry's shifting approach to damage control in the social media age. Instead of issuing formal press releases or holding press conferences, productions now increasingly lean into strategic silence, letting the internet piece together the story on its own. This tactic creates a strange liminal space where nothing is officially confirmed, yet everyone knows something fundamental has changed. It's like a magic trick. The misdirection isn't in what's said, but in what's deliberately left unsaid. The result? Organic buzz, viral speculation, and a self-sustaining narrative that keeps the production in the spotlight, without the legal risk of confirmation. If Camila Delgado has indeed taken over the role, she steps into a rare and precarious position, an extraordinary opportunity shadowed by enormous pressure. Joining a high-profile production mid-development is difficult on its own. Doing so in the midst of viral speculation about your predecessor adds an entirely different level of scrutiny. Delgado wouldn't just be inheriting a character. She'd be stepping into a narrative already shaped by themes of redemption, authenticity, and cultural resonance, largely constructed by an online community that has already emotionally invested in her. Interestingly, Delgado's background may align more closely with the artistic ambitions of the production. Director Jamie Lloyd is reportedly exploring a potential Broadway transfer following the London run. In that context, casting someone like Delgado, with classical training, regional theater credibility, and a genuine cultural connection to Argentina, might be a strategic asset, enhancing the show's critical and audience reception on both sides of the Atlantic. This entire saga also underscores how swiftly public perception can turn. Rachel Zegler's rise was meteoric, catapulting from an unknown high schooler to the star of Spielberg's West Side Story and other major studio projects. But that rapid ascent came with little time to adjust to the demands and expectations of life in the spotlight. Public figures, especially young ones, often learn in real time, and in public, how fame amplifies both applause and criticism. What's particularly striking is how this controversy intersects with a larger industry-wide conversation about authenticity in casting. In recent years, theater communities have increasingly championed culturally appropriate casting. especially for roles deeply rooted in national identity. Eva Perón is not just a musical character. She is an iconic, divisive, and deeply symbolic figure in Argentine history. The enthusiastic reception to Delgado suggests that audiences, now more than ever, are prioritizing authenticity, wanting performers whose lived experiences reflect the depth of the roles they inhabit. From a career management perspective, the episode offers a cautionary tale. Moving from breakthrough success to a sustainable career requires more than talent. It demands careful relationship building, personal growth, and professional adaptability. Many industry veterans advise young performers to prioritize honing their craft and cultivating respect within the industry, rather than immediately leveraging fame for visibility. In collaborative spaces like theater, reputation often matters as much as performance. As for the Evita production itself, it now faces a uniquely delicate challenge: how to move forward. Will the team eventually acknowledge the cast change publicly? Will opening night arrive with Delgado simply stepping into the role, as though she was always meant to be there? Will promotional materials be quietly updated? Or will the production continue in its current state of unofficial transition? Each path carries risks. A formal announcement might trigger legal complications. Continued silence might confuse audiences or sow distrust. Still, the production has already benefited from one thing: unprecedented organic buzz. What began as a leaked 15-second rehearsal clip has become a cultural moment, thanks to the collective detective work of theater fans and social media observers. Ultimately, this unfolding situation reveals something essential about the modern entertainment industry: the shifting balance of power between traditional media gatekeepers and the public. In decades past, cast changes were revealed through polished press releases and exclusive interviews. Today, a blurry video clip and a few missing Instagram posts can tell the story faster, and with more emotional impact than any formal rollout. The curtain may not yet have officially risen on this new version of Evita, but the audience is already deeply invested. And that, perhaps more than anything, is a testament to how fluid the boundary between stage and reality has become in the age of viral theater.